You play for Liverpool. And you play for Liverpool.
Hey, it's Nino here. Big up Kopish, big up guys. I had to make the review here, otherwise after going back to London with this long 4 hours journey, I wouldn't be having strength to do it. And Phil was rocking tonight in the second half. First half was flat, we all know about it, we are not going to talk about this, but rocking in the second half. Gravenberch, I'm running out of words now for him. Salah, future number 10. The man is assisting like so easy. Inside foot, outside foot, whatever you want, you can do it. They were all beautiful goals, but the best one was the header, the Salah ball to Gakpo. Guys, I'm having to travel a long journey now, but I have enjoyed the game and hope we carry on this form after the international. Bring on Real Madrid. Come on.
Afternoon to the Kopish community, Drifty Matt and Cal. Hope you are well. This is the Views Review game for Liverpool against Bayer Leverkusen in the Champions League. Liverpool 4, Bayer Leverkusen 0. For those people that weren't aware of the result, I'll say it again. Please sit down before I tell you the score again. Liverpool 4, Bayer Leverkusen 0. I'm saying that because it was an absolutely fantastic result from the guys. I know that Bayer Leverkusen, I think in the first half, and I didn't really see majority of the game, to be fair. I only sort of caught the game midway into the first half, and then I'd watched everything else since then. And actually, well, like I said, I think it was just a fantastic performance overall. Like I said, initially, I think Bayer Leverkusen played the ball around a bit, got possession. Obviously listening to a lot of the comments and a lot of the punditries and obviously the analysis in the game and things in relation to the fact that they had like an additional person step into the midfield, etc. Absolutely fine. You carry on doing what you're doing. You can have as many people in the midfield as you choose to. But realistically, there was no real threat on goal, and that's fine. But in relation to us guys, what I've noticed is now there's this patient build up. We'll take our time, we'll do what we need to do. And I think it reflected on, the atmosphere in the first half. Wasn't that sort of electric atmosphere. There wasn't that type of drive from the crowd, from Anfield, which we were so used to over the years. And it's funny because soon as they came out from the second half, it's almost like they regrouped. You hear that? My dog agrees. They regrouped, and that was it, as far as I'm concerned. It was one of them things whereby they just continued to... Yo! What do you mean Diaz isn't? He's fine. Diaz is fine. He had a good game. No, he did. He scored a hat-trick. He scored 3 goals. You were watching it with me, remember? Come on, man, you can't say he didn't play well. Sorry about that. Anyway, to cut long story short, it's the way that they play. You know, now it's one of them things whereby they just continuously suss your opposition out, and then, like I said, come out in the second half, and they're just like a totally different team in the sense that they knew what they needed to do. They'd suss them out. Right, what we're going to do now is And as soon as the tempo came up, this one-touch football, and it's like they're reserving their energy. And then blitz, 2 goals in 3 minutes, and Bayer Leverkusen's like, where did that come from? So, you've got to give them props. Now, I am not going ahead of myself to say that this team are going to win the Champions League. I'm not going to say this team's going to win the Premier League. What I will say is that it gives me hope and it gives me belief, and I will continue to analyse and review each game as it comes before I then can say, do you know what? I think we could do it. Right now, it's still early days as far as I'm concerned. We're still in November. But what an absolute... I mean, this guy has just come in, tweaked a few little things, and that's it, with the same players. I think if he brought some of his own players in, I don't mean some of his own players from Feyenoord or whatever, I mean players who he feels could improve his system, like he tried to sign Zubimendi, and I think that'll be absolutely fine. But actually, fair play, and like I said, I was absolutely blown away by the performance yesterday. Lovely to see Xabi Alonso back, lovely. But why? And you see when he touched the Anfield, yeah, nice. But still, at the end of the day, doesn't matter what legends come and go, Liverpool will always be Liverpool Football Club, regardless. But yes, guys, just a couple of things before I go. Lucho, hat-trick, centre forward. Is that something to consider moving forward? Would he probably look at getting another attacking left-sided player and maybe have Diaz in that central role and sell Jota, purely simply because Jota's injuries is starting to sort of... it started to accumulate, and is he thinking, can he trust him? Probably our best finisher, we know that, but don't know, something to consider, something to think about, guys. But hey ho, anyway, that's my review done. I could comment about some individual players, but I don't think I'm going to, because I'm just so overwhelmed by the fact that we got the points, 3 points for the Champions League, beaten by Leverkusen 4-0 at home, which I don't think anybody saw or anybody foresaw that. The only other thing I'd probably say is we are now in November. We've gone through some tough games and we've come through them. The only other games I reckon that we probably need to be considering, and then we can go rotted, is Villa, Man City, Real Madrid, and that's it. And then we've got Everton away. Yeah, them bloody blue noses. It's always the same. I know you don't like the blue noses either. I get it. Okay, so guys, we're gone. So everybody in the Kopish community, please comment, share, subscribe, and above all, which is more important to these guys, because the content is just always, they smash it every time. Smash that like button, son. When I actually see the shows, I'm not always able to watch the live shows, unfortunately, but when I hear them and they say there's 1,000 in the chat and the show is like, I'm saying, guys, you should have 1,000 likes, not 300, 500, 800. It takes 2 seconds. Tick, tick, tick. That's it. I don't get it. Give these guys the props. Like every time. Anyway, guys, I've said enough. Megan. Peace.
Yes, good morning, Kopish community. It's the morning after Liverpool 4 by Leverkusen 0. They got absolutely dismantled. Slot ball was absolutely shining. We got to see what we were going to see, what we're going to see in maybe a year or two from now, because obviously there's still a long way to go, but this performance was so needed. We played Xabi Alonso's by Leverkusen, and remember, we wanted him first. We wanted Xabi first. Yeah, and Slot basically showed us, look, man, they should have gone with me first. Yeah, because Xabi got absolutely slapped. And this guy is a highly rated manager. And to lose 4-0 on, doesn't matter what patch you're on, to lose 4-0 and you've basically got your strongest team out, man. That we embarrassed them. We absolutely embarrassed them. In the first half, I thought we played well, played some good football. but we just didn't get the goal. We didn't create enough clear-cut chances, which is fine, no problem. They didn't get one either. They had a possible penalty shout, and obviously the handball that led to the Frimpong goal. And yeah, first of all, we've got to give a shout out to all the players, man, in throughout that game. The levels of concentration that they showed in general. Trent defensively was on smash. The midfield protected the back line. Simi did not get cooked by Frimpong, not once. Yeah, maybe like once, but but nothing came of it, man. He handled Frimpong so well, and that was a key battle, and he practically won it every single time. And yeah, in the first periods of the first half, I thought we handled Florian Wirtz really, really well. But as soon as he started to find a bit of space, they ended the first half a bit better. But that's fine, no problem. And Xabi Alonso probably felt the happier manager going into the first half, but that's fine. In the second half, you could see that the players, they were starting to, now that they got a feel of the game, because let's be serious, by Leverkusen, they worked really, really hard. Off the ball, the moment we got into their final third, there was like 10 guys back. Crazy, just appeared out of nowhere. Yeah, and you've got to give them credit. Like, they made it really, really difficult for us. But you can see Liverpool trying to move the ball a lot quicker, be a bit more decisive. We made a few mistakes in build-up play, but that's fine, no problem. Curtis Jones, we accuse this guy, he doesn't look up. He holds onto the ball too long. Not today. That pass was exquisite. If that's Kevin De Bruyne, we are creaming ourselves. Pause. We are absolutely creaming ourselves. That pass was a world-class level pass, right? Through ball. Luis Diaz, who played false nine, for me, had an excellent game. Not just the fact that he scored 3 goals. I thought he was brilliant leading the line today, trying to win his battles. He was giving away some silly fouls, and he looked like a bit of a frustrated character out there at times, especially towards the end of the first half. But throughout the game, but overall, his game as a false nine was excellent. He linked up really well with Gakpo as well. But yeah, he holds his run well. Lovely touch. Goalkeeper comes flying out, and yeah, the rest is history, man. Like, what a finish! Honestly, what a finish! And this is the thing: when you come to Anfield, that's it. When one goes in, the second one is not too far behind. And Cody Gakpo, and I don't call it the Trivela anymore. I call it the Movella. The Movella. Mohamed Salah. The Movella's the ball into the far post. Cody Gakpo is in acres of space. I don't know what the linesman saw, but it doesn't matter. Because VAR intervenes, and that's a brilliant header to put us 2-0 up. And from then on, we went on to dominate the game. Like, literally, we gave them a bit of, after the second goal, we did concede a couple of chances. Kelleher forced into like 2 or 3 good saves. That's fine, it happens. But nothing came about it. But yeah, we controlled the game really well. We allowed them to have a bit more possession, and we could just sit back and rest a little bit. Again, Mohamed Salah, he is inevitable. He is like Thanos. If he's not scoring, he's assisting. This time, outswinger, inswinger. I always get confused. Outswinger with the instep of his foot. Luis Diaz later on wins his battle with the defender and just taps it into an open net. And obviously, Darwin Núñez came on, picking up the ball, turning to go from striker to box midfielder, picking up the ball from deep and making a couple of nice driving runs. His shot gets blocked, and Luis Diaz taps into practically an open net. And yeah, man, just credit to all the players, man. They played so well. Like I said, they showed us what slot ball is all about. And here's the thing as well. One thing I noticed as well, right? Yeah, again, I have no problems with this. Bayer Leverkusen were doing the dark arts, so to speak, right? They were time wasting when they could. The goalkeeper was taking forever on goal kicks. And when you're doing that in the first half, you clearly, it's part of a game plan to disrupt rhythm. And they were trying to creep yards when they had free kicks and stuff, like trying to sneak the ball forward. And obviously they didn't play in a low block, but we'll just say they played in a low block because they didn't have a very good defensive line when we did get the ball into their final third. Now, normally this would rattle the players. And the crowd were getting onto them. They were whistling, they were booing. That's fine, no problem. But normally this would rattle the players. But yesterday, we were so calm the whole time. Nothing was really, these tactics and these antics weren't really bothering us. And that speaks volumes for what the manager has instilled into the players. His vision, he's instilled his vision into these players already in such a short period of time. And as well, like, the players are maturing. But people, I've been talking enough. Like the video, comment, subscribe. We've got one more game till the international break. Let's take this one game at a time. Like the video. Did I say like the video? I did. Yeah. Peace.
What up, people? What is going on? Shout out to everyone. Everyone who's watching this video, everyone who's been a member of the Kopish family, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to these guys. They are amazing. And let's just get the viewers review up and kicking. And at the same time, let's get these guys to 40K subscribers. Come on. Team Kopish, these are the guys who deserve it. These are the guys who do above and beyond for all of us, and they give us a platform as such. So let's make the most of it and let's just keep supporting these guys. Now on with the game. Okay, again, first half, the dilemmas of LFC on slots, Liverpool with first halves. We look confused, we look dazzled, we look starstruck. We don't know what's going on. We don't know what to expect in the second half, right? Not good enough performance. We were trying to press Xabi Alonso's Bayer Leverkusen, and they were just beating through our press, and they were looking more of the home team rather than us. That's what the first half looked like. But then, who knows what happens in the dressing room of Liverpool and Anfield and, our team and club. Something always embroils in the dressing room in the second half, and we see a totally different side. We've seen it far too often now, and that's what we saw in this game. Second half, 4 freaking goals. Who would have expected? Who would have imagined? Not me. Not against a Bayer Leverkusen team who has been such a top-notch team. And each and every player that, let's say from the first half you doubt them, like I was doubting Mohamed Salah again. I know he's Mr. Inevitable, I keep calling him that, but I'm like, Mo Salah, you're having a stinker in the first half. And then in the second half, you just see a different Mo Salah. Forget Mo Salah. Gakpo, Diaz, Curtis Jones. Who am I not naming, right? And I'm like, the guys who are not being consistent, all of a sudden they just pick up a notch, and in the second half you just see there, hey, just we are taking a step back, we're not really concentrating too much. The second half is still there. It's a game of 2 halves, so let's kick in the gear. This gets me worried at times as well, because how often is this going to happen? Or is there ever going to be a situation where first half we do what we do in second half, and in the second half we just relax and chill and we just park the bus? Who knows? Tsimikas, what a player. I need to shout out Tsimikas because he's been through a bit of, ups and downs as a left back for us, with Andy Robertson being our legend and our left back during the Klopp era. So Tsimikas trying to make into the position and trying to hit the starting 11. It's not going to be easy for someone like him, but the grind that Tsimikas had throughout this period, I've got to give it up for him. And not just that, I guess now is the time for Tsimikas to shine. So Robertson, I like what's going on with him. He's more of a bench player now. 20 minutes of Robertson, those are 20 minutes we can be assured of. We know the next 20, 25 minutes or even 30 minutes of Robertson, he's going to give it us all. We just cannot have 90 minutes of Robertson anymore. That's just the truth of it. But look, guys, everything is looking good now. Everything is fine and dandy, as we say it over here. Nothing much to complain about. It's just looking amazing. So viewers reviews, guys, keep at it. Keep putting your viewers reviews out there, because if it's not now, this is the perfect time. This is the time to be alive, guys. If we don't do it now, we just don't know when we're gonna do it. Peace.